Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be playing a game called Cucina Stellata, or Start Cuisine. In Cucina Stellata, we play as a chef who, let's just say, uses some pretty interesting ingredients in his recipes. This is classified as a psychological horror game, but personally, I would say this is more of like a Disturbia type of category. I don't know if that category even exists, but there's really no jump scares. There's nothing here that sets fear in you. It's just very focused on making you uncomfortable, and it does that very, very well. As always, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications so that you don't miss the next video. And yeah, let's get into this one. 19th century, somewhere in the countryside of Romana, Italy. Okay. Definitely a much more different vibe than I expected. Ooh, that's cool. I'm definitely digging the graphics. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little, they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Pellegrino Artusi. I like that little poem or quote. All right, so move forward, volume exit, and then interact. Okay. Oh, so this is kind of like move to the 90 degrees. Okay. Add oil to the pan. All right. Oil. All right. Chop onion, carrot, and celery and add them to the pan. All right. Onion. Okay. Perfect. And add those things to the pan. Chop the meat and add it to the pan. All right. Is this the meat? That is the meat. Okay. I thought it was a red onion when I first looked at it. Okay. Pour red wine into the pan. Okay. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf and add it to the pan. Alright, tomato sauce from the shelf. Pan. Okay, place the tortilli in the pot. Alright, where are the tortilli? Write in a notebook. Nope. What no? Oh, that notebook. Gotcha. They say that curiosity is a dangerous trap, leading a man into abysses from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world which claims not to care about food that makes no civil or religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as heartily as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for these will make an impression. And if it's precious fruit of who knows where origin is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles. But cautious must be exercised with hope and fervor, for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the desecration of God's grace, yet indulgence and appetite are too great. Okay, not entirely sure what the heck I just wrote, but it was poetic. Add tortellini to the pan. Alright. Plate the dish. Where's the dish? Dish. Boom. Eat. Oh, okay. What did I make myself? I thought I just made myself regular food. Apparently it was so good. I'm tripping out now. Nigga lie, this is kind of entrancing. Meals like these make me feel like a neophyte in the kitchen and in the art of tasting, not only of quality, but the sheer delight leaves me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that it's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire and the stoves to get back to work and plunge like a deep sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for help, yet I inherited almost unbridled exotic existence from nature, at times nearly ruining my health and everything else. Moreover, if man neither craved food nor experienced sexual stimulation, the human race would soon perish. So here I am again. Casseroles, pots, and lids. Open your legs, aromas. Open your legs. Aromas of the undergrowth, sautés, and braids of garlic, for I have returned home amongst you. Man, that is one way to describe the ecstasy of food, right? Ugh. I only wonder how good that tasted. Grab the onion and celery in the dish and add them to the pot. So that's all I do, just cook. Okay, boom. Just add them to the pot. Add oil to the pan. All right, so let's add some oil to the pan. Bring that up to a boil. The shelf and chop them. Okay, so this is just. I am not gonna lie, there's a lot of reading in this game, and for me, it's like, you know, if anybody knows me, it's kind of a turnoff, but I'm enjoying this. This is a very artistic take on just a game. Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver and cut the meat. Alright. Where's the cellar? Alright, this way. Where's the cleaver? Oh, okay. What? Okay. Kind of taking a different take. Well, no wonder my man's tripping out. He's over here eating aliens. What the hell? Oh man. Alright, return to the kitchen, close the door. Alright, yeah, close that door. Sorry. Okay, that was quite a twist, huh? And dust it with flour. Yeah, make sure you dust that with flour and then add the meat to the pan. Okay. Pour the broth from the... Okay. Pour the tomato sauce into the pan. Alright. Write in a notebook. I wonder what I'm going to write now. I quiver in anticipation. I can barely restrain myself, my restless twitching finger that ceaselessly torments my beard as it's trying to spread the remnants of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter, nor sour nor salty. Perhaps isn't even a flavor, not really. It's a sensation, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat, something slimy and undefinably that leaves indefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo, an aftertaste that never fades. There is really no way to describe it. No other words exist to define it. You know what? Like, I know this is kind of weird because he's probably talking about that alien meat, but I almost feel like my reading capabilities are not doing the poetic justice here. Because this is written very, very, very eloquently and very nice. I wish I could like actually transfer that over. So, but hats off to the writing, amazing. Okay, what do we got here now? Plate the dish. All right, let's go to the ecstasy. My man's just tripping out on Alien Me, huh? This is very, very cool. It's very trippy. Like, I feel like it's kind of almost hypnotic. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before. Nor could it ever hope to savor. A shadow that does not exist on the world's taste buds, and that seems to feed alternately and contrary on something within me. Even every other ingredient appears diseased, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits with a taste of so warped that no one would dare try them, except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisines, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color or a chilling nuance, one that seems as though it had always been unavailable, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened iris, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise, and unprepared for the shock. Man, I'm telling you, the writing is exceptional. Alright, add oil to the pan. What are we making today? Some more alien? Chop an onion and add it to the pan. Just an onion? Okay. Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver and cut the meat. Okay. I guess we are getting our dose of alien meat. This is like, I feel, what's gonna happen here, right? Is this guy gonna get saved? I took out like his internal organ. Jesus. Alright, well that took a weird little take. I mean, not like it didn't get weird already. Cut the meat and add it into the pan, alright. Okay. Go to the cellar and grab white wine and pour it into the pan. Ugh, I don't want to go into the cellar again. See what I'm doing to that poor thing. Oh, it's dead now. Shit. Go to the cellar, grab one, and pour it into the pan. Oh, so I don't have to actually close this? Interesting. Something's gonna happen. Add the broth to the pan. Write in the notebook. Okay. Once it was said that pottage was man's fodder, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils, ogres and mezipigals. I have no clue what the heck a mezipigul is, but it's cool. Megalassi and Mermacule, spirits of essence of myth. I feel my stomach gnashing its teeth. Eagerly preparing for a bestial feast. I listened to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguished every word it utters. Now the palate, now the colon, now even the bile itself, with its acidic tides, and still the shrieking taste, but singing their clear, piercing tones. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex arises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous, a spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those that... Hold on a second. Let me just reread that sentence because I want to just because this is really well written. I want to give it justice. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex arises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous, a spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild, primitive beasts ruled by passion and the violence of its flesh. Violence of flesh. Man. So this is like in the mind of a cannibal? Chop the meat. What meat? Okay. Grab the bread from the shelf and slice it. I gotta use the one knife for everything. Okay. Meat. Spread the meat on the bread. So it's like a pate. Plate the dish. And eat it. Okay. I guess I did take his liver, right? So it was a pate. An alien pate. Back to the trippiness, man. This guy loves to trip out. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna lie. This every single time this happens, I get like entranced. My words, certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could have never imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and writhing, seized by a new sensation with every bite. For this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does this flavor conform to the human order. After a single meager taste, such is its power that all other food loses its usual virtue. Wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash, and even the air seems laden with an unperceptible scent. Nothing washes away the shadow upon my tongue, as if my very body were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden. And yet, that what is most terrifying is the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying so swiftly, is that something inside me still longs for that flavor. We're in the mind of a poetic cannibal. Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver and cut the meat. What are we going to cut now? I mean, the meat probably is bad at this point. Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably like... Oh. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I guess we're gonna get the brain. Put the meat in the pot. I love how this game just puts in the eloquence with some disturbing ass elements completely. Right in a notebook. What misfortune, what ill-fated news. Oh, wretched swamp. Oh, foul quagmire. Oh, unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child. Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one, amongst all, so sweet and so precious. You can barely stand abundance. You can barely stand abundance. A curse upon you. I guess he's just pissed that the body went bad. Go to the cellar and grab an egg and place it into the bowl. Okay. What are we doing? Bowl, right? Bowl. Okay. Add flour to the bowl. Add the oil into the bowl. Okay. Cut the meat. Are we gonna... Oh, okay. So we're gonna just dust with flour, and we're gonna soak that. Okay. Add oil to the pan. Okay. I thought I was gonna add the add the meat to the pan. Thinks about everything though. I'm not gonna lie. The details on cooking are pretty good too. I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance and these vapors, despite the stench, enhance the flavor as they do for grappas, seasoned cheeses, and cured meats. For I will know what that spoiled foods at times hold unexpected effects. Okay, so he's just hoping now. Plate the dish. All right, I'm pretty sure this is gonna most likely not be good for us. It's rotten meat, rotten alien meat. Yeah, you ain't high now, huh? Oh shit, he's still tripping. Okay, never mind. He's still in an exotic, like, ecstasy state of ecstasy, I guess. I wonder where this game is gonna like go. I mean, it's already went where I'd never expected it to go, but I wonder where else it's gonna go, right? This time for tasting was like a walk through the height of summer, a murky, tangled path through a flowering garden where the way was painted in color and breathed fragrances like a dream. In that vast and luminous expanse, it seemed as if the entire course of my life flowered before me. The path opened beneath an arch of dentate ivy. I made my way down a gorge through the patches of light and shadow, stepping where the branches parted into the pools of golden mucosa, and beneath the trees of my left a distinct blanket of pharyngeal primroses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with warm gastric gurgles of welcoming brook. The ground there was so overlain with primrose that avoiding them was impossible. Lost as they were in that digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds dripped with enzymatic liquors almost filled me with reverence. At last, I emerged from that garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled, like a man freshly torn from his mother's womb. Damn, this man knows how to more. What else are we gonna? That dude's done, brother. Maybe it's not. Maybe we. Right in the notebook. Did he just disappear? That's okay. In the end, it has left me alone. Yet a new energy surges within me, flowering from top to bottom, carried like a bolus, but deep with my most hidden bowels. I, myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation, yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become part of this splendid essence, a link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions? Okay. Use the bucket in the cellar. Let's go find the bucket in the cellar. Wait. What the fuck? Am I really about to eat shit? Just when I thought that couldn't get weirder. Plate the dish. You're not even gonna cook it? What the fuck? fuck is going on with this man over here? I thought he cut a piece of himself off or something, you know, like a finger. Dude, this motherfucker ate shit. It ate it. Oh yeah, you're feeling a little different now. I can tell you ain't as high. This isn't as euphoric. What a catastrophe, a sharp biting taste, filthy as a gutted rag, a faded memory of its once pristine purity. Perhaps too diluted, the spirit of tastiness and delight has shattered along the way. Perhaps its graces and virtues have surrendered to the stomach, and from there to the fresh entirely. Nothing remains for me now but to surrender to one last attempt. Is he gonna try to eat himself? That's like my only thing, right? Like he's gotta try and eat himself. I mean, what is he cutting off? Okay. That's disturbing. The most disturbing one was the shit, though, to me. Place the meat in the pan. Write in a notebook. I noticed with a certain astonishment a twitch in my flashes and tears that blur my vision, and yet, by some cruel contradiction, my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble, scorched by their own dryness, like earth cracked by drought, the very drought of the soul which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that, like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no haven in the shadow of night, I feel myself consumed by fire, without a single tear to quench the blaze. Well, this turned dark. We're not even doing anything to these anymore. Like before, we were trying to spice it up. Now we're just like trying to get a high, I think. And that is definitely not what we were supposed to be seeing. Damn, that is trippy as hell though. Holy shit. It's like the nerve pulses of pain. I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. I feel my vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains, and I must make the most of it, so that my final work may take shape. God, spirit, or devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid pottage by my very life. Okay, and it's getting pretty damn dark outside. What are we doing? Wait, am I cutting my head off? Okay. So what happened was that meteorite that fell was the alien, and I just ended up eating him? That's what this guy does when he finds an alien. Created for this spaghetti invasion. Game Jam 2025. This was definitely a cool ass game. I don't know what you guys think. I know I always am very positive about games and whatnot, and that's honestly because I do find a lot of good in these games, and I think this game was pretty cool. It's different, right? You don't do much. You stay in one room and you just go left, right. You cut different weird things in and you put it into pot. But the whole thing is about like the narrative, a storyline. So I thought the storyline was interesting. It wasn't there wasn't like a lot to it. There wasn't anything. Maybe there's a story, like a point beyond a point, but I just thought it was a pretty cool game. Very different, very disturbing. Not necessarily scary. It was more of like a psychological like disturbance type of game. Like it just felt you just felt weird all the time. You know, it wasn't really like you never felt fear. You just felt like disgust, weird, like yeah, like out of your skin type of thing. So personally, I thought it was cool. I thought it was different, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit actually. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.